Live from the Dude's Kitchen and Grill Studios in a garage somewhere outside of Boise, Idaho, it's your Wednesday night barbecue and talk show. And now your hosts, the Dude and Monica. Hey everybody, what's going on out there? Thank you everybody for showing up. I really appreciate it. Got Monica online with us. Here in a moment, we're going to have Scott from DrTasteGoodBBQ online. But before we start that, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think? Hawaiian shirt and a cardigan? No, it's not a pullover. It's a cardigan, thank you. What do you think?
Snazzy.
Snazzy is right.
You just need a cigar.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Monica, what's new?
Not much.
Okay. I like
Not
it.
a heck of a lot.
All right.
It's just been
Are you right?
trying to avoid all the politic news and
Thank you. We're going to leave it at that. We're safe. We're good.
Thank you.
We're going to leave it at that.
Woo!
How about a White Russian? Do you want a White Russian?
Yes. Now you're talking.
All right. Let me get you one. Hold on. We're going to the new and improved White Russian cam.
New and improved.
What do you think? Now for the White Russian. All right, Monica. I'm making you a White Russian. So, because this episode is sponsored by the White Russian, I'm going to make Monica a White Russian. We're using Tito's this time. Not a sponsor, but boy, wouldn't that be nice.
That would be cool.
I'm going to pour you some. Here you go. Ooh, that's a nice pour, Monica.
Thanks,
Trying
friend.
to get you drunk. Trying to get you drunk there, girl. All right, we're going to use a little... We'll use a little Kahlua in there.
All right.
That's about enough. That's about enough. All right. A little half and half. You can use half and half or heavy whipped cream. I prefer half and half. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is. It really is. So I'm going to stir it up for you.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah, there you go. And since we're such a high-tech place, let's go like this. Are you ready, Monica?
I am.
This is for you.
I love it.
You are welcome. Ooh. You are welcome. All right. Well, let's bring Scott on.
Very good.
I am excited about bringing Scott on. I've known of Scott for a while. He was one of the first guys that I ever subscribed to. Oh. And he actually works kind of with a couple people that we used to work with, kind of.
How?
Mitch and Tran.
Really?
Mitch Hansen and Tran Dung. Yes, that is his real name. Yeah.
Where is he from? He's not from here, is he?
No. But Mitch and Tran moved up there to the Washington area, and Scott works in the same building as Tran. Let's bring Scott on.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Scott,
let's do it.
What's up?
What's going on?
Hey, just living the dream. Nice.
Right on.
55 degrees and warm today.
Nice. It was nice here. Nice here too.
Yeah,
looks beautiful. Like we have Steven online, Cooking and Steven and Jacqueline. I always mess that one up. We got Chris, who's our guest next week, and I need to private message Chris. And we got Craig from Behind the Garage Barbecue, our guest last week. So I'm liking it. So Scott.
Yes.
Weather's nice. Brian Adams has been good to you. Right?
She's been okay to me.
You know I'm going to ask that question.
Oh yeah, that's fine. No, in the video I dropped today, one of my dogs, Louie Blue, got woken up from a nap from her. So
I saw that.
He was not happy.
No.
But I really like your video though. It was soothing. I don't know why, but I always feel soothed by your videos.
All right,
dude, you got chicken with Uncle Steve's Gator Shake. You can't go wrong.
Yep, cracked out that Gator Shake I got from Craig. It was yummy. Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Craig, when he hit his big 500. Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I love about Uncle Steve. He does stuff like that for us. So
that was good stuff.
We got Tri-Tip Junkie on with us. Thank you very much for showing up. Really appreciate it. Really do. Well, Scott, I know you're a busy guy because you got to get back to Tran and Mitch. So let's get into the questions.
All right. Hit me up.
Scott, where are you from? And where are you at now?
Gotcha. I'm originally from Blaine, Washington, which is north of where I am by about 110 miles. basically you can call it a suburb of Vancouver, BC. I grew up about 30 miles from Vancouver, BC, right on the Canadian border, 49th parallel that runs across the top there. So yeah, that's where I am. Right now I'm down in Maple Valley, Washington. So about 35 miles southeast of Seattle.
Southeast? Oh, I was thinking you were north of it. Okay.
Yeah, kind of towards Mount Rainier.
Okay, for some reason I was thinking you were up by Marysville, but
gotcha.
Hey, that's what you get for assuming, right?
That's right.
Looks like we've got well, I saw Hobo on here. Kent from Daddy Dutch. Thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. Scott, you mentioned an animal and that Brian Adams woke up your animal. Tell us about your dogs. And if you have any cats, you got any rabbits, chickens, goats, reindeer, anything like that. I don't know.
Well, kind of tied into the whole Brian Adams theme here. So when we moved into this house about 20 years ago or so, right behind us, it was just a 5-acre field. And then 2 years after we were here, he sold it. And then they put houses right behind us, of course. And then, after a few, cycling through a few, Brian Adams is, I don't know if you can see my finger. She's right there. So I have, 2 dogs, Louis Blue Raspberry and Little Orphan Orange are my 2 golden retrievers. And they're named after Otter Pops. The original dog was Otter Pup. So how
cool is that?
Yeah, so we got Louis Blue Raspberry and Little Orphan Orange are the dogs you'll see running around in the videos.
Who was in the video today? Somebody was passed out in the yard.
Yeah, that was Louis.
And then got up and left.
That was Louis Blue.
Louis Blue, okay.
Upset because we woke him up.
Yeah. No, he was not happy.
Brian Adams woke him up.
Yep.
Scott, tell us about Brian Adams. That's one of my favorite stories. I actually sent Scott a message about 2-3 weeks ago saying "Cuts Like a Knife" was on the radio, and I think I even had a little snippet for you. And we got 1.5 cooking. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Brian Adams, "Cuts Like a Knife."
Cuts like a knife. So this voice just pierces through anything. So those of you in here that try to make videos, especially outside, there's a lot of variables. You have wind, you have trains, you have helicopters. In my case, I have all that plus a loud neighbor that just pierces right through, and it's always at the wrong time. Then just recently they got a trampoline. But I know a lot. Yeah, I know a lot about them just from being out here minding my own business. So there's it's a challenge to say the least. Sometimes I leave those cuts in, sometimes I edit them out, but it's just part of the show. So everybody knows about Brian Adams by now. So her voice cuts like a knife.
Come
nothing.
on, let's tell the story for those of us that don't know. How's that?
Yeah, well, it's
watch the video.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see.
Missing a video,
but especially when you're doing like an intro or an exit, trying to film a recap, and then it's just that voice. Just man, it cuts like a knife. It's dark, now, so she probably won't come out. But if she does, you'll hear. And when we were setting up, Mike actually he heard her. He's like, "Was that Brian Adams?" Yeah, that was Brian Adams, letting the dog out. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just always something going on around here.
Brian Adams got a trampoline, and if you watch some of his videos, you can hear in the background. It's like, yep, that voice does cut like a knife.
It does, and I don't know. It's I think I'll just leave it at that. I have some other theories what's going on with her, but I'll just leave it that it's annoying. Yeah, definitely.
I want to thank Banana Fana for showing up. Appreciate it. I'm not sure who you are, but I really do appreciate it. Welcome to the show.
Creep.
It's you. Oh, are you? Oh, God. Why don't you? Oh, well, all right. Monica, welcome to the show. Appreciate it.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
All right, Scott, other than your channel, what do you do for a living?
Me? I work at the worldwide headquarters of Costco Wholesale in Issaquah.
Okay.
So it's supervise 22 crazy people and somehow we don't kill each other every day, seeing each other, 5 days a week. But yeah, it's something new every day.
Gotcha.
Definitely.
And so, Monica, when I realized that, I realized a while back, too many white Russians, a while back that Scott worked at where he works. And I thought, it wasn't until the other day I thought of Mitch and Tran Dung. That's the dude's name, really, Tran Dung. A nice guy, though. And so Scott looked him up and said, yep, I work with Tran, and Mitch is off in another office. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And then I texted another friend, and who?
Nancy
Monica?
also went there. Nancy, I can't think of her last name right now. Fletcher.
Scott, yeah. Did you just know a Nancy there, Scott?
She's project manager.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're in
project manager.
yeah, I'm in an IT building kind of off campus. They're working on building a bunch of construction going on the main campus. So I'm in what's called Building 6. So we're kind of in a Microsoft complex, I guess,
Gotcha.
but we're all part of the same big happy Costco family.
Sure.
So,
There you go.
Huh.
There you go.
yeah.
All right. So, Scott, this is a question that I think can kind of be a wee bit misleading, but so it is. What did you want to be when you were a kid? Of course, I wanted to be an astronaut and a fireman. So,
Okay.
what did you want to be? Monica wanted to be a dancer. And
Yeah.
she's done great.
A private dancer.
Nice.
Yeah,
Like
pole. A
Tina
little bit
Turner.
of pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have that in your repertoire if you're going to be a dancer. You got to.
And on the side, I'll just be an engineer.
Yeah. And Monica's going to kill me later. So
I get. Let's see. I would say I want to be a cowboy, I guess, a rodeo bull rider.
Right
I want to
on.
ride bulls. Yeah.
Do you ride
No.
horses or no?
Mm-mm.
No.
No,
No, just what you
man,
wanted to be?
when I was little, that's when I wanted to ride bulls.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I got a little
That's cool.
crazy in me.
No, I like it. I like it. Yeah, and you have to with Brian Adams living next door.
That's
so.
right. That's right.
So, Scott, what inspired your channel? Really, I mean, I know you work in the food industry for the most part.
Yeah.
You just kind of sat there one day and said, "I want to create a channel." Boom. What did you do?
Well, I guess I started there. I guess a couple of reasons why. Number one, I was a member, or I still am a member, not very active anymore, in a Facebook group called Grill Beast, and they used to make different cooking products. Thermometers, gloves, barbecue products. I guess like gloves, thermometers, skewers, all types of stuff for grilling. So I joined up with that and just I loved it. It was a huge group. And it's still a huge group, and they basically went out of business anyways. That is the long story short. So that kind of got me into the taking pictures of stuff. Then I started doing some short videos kind of in that group and just growing and growing and growing, and I didn't even have a YouTube account at this point. This was almost 2 years ago. I guess I started the channel late December in 18, I think. So basically started 2019. And I just started watching videos. And for a person who at that point had never made a YouTube video at all, I thought, man, these videos suck. I can do that. And then, once I started doing videos, I realized how hard it is to actually make a semi-decent video. So ate some humble pie there, I guess. And just realized how hard it is to be a actually YouTube creator trying to make relevant content. And then those videos didn't look so bad. The two of my favorite channels that I honestly, between answering comments, watching others' videos, creating my own videos, that kind of, I guess, pushed me over the top to want to do YouTube was Sam the Cooking Guy. I think that's the best cooking channel on YouTube, bar none. And then Chef Tom from All Things Barbecue. Those are the two that I would, when I had time to watch, I guess, extra videos. I mean, those were the only two I'd watch. Then when I started supporting others within the barbecue community, the scratch community, the variety channel community, And those guys, I kind of, every once in a while, if I see something that I really have interest in, I'll watch it. If not, I'm kind of a subscriber, but not a loyal watcher of those two anymore. But great content on both those channels.
Gotcha. I watched a thing on Sam the Cooking Guy today where he was at Google. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
I'll send it to you tomorrow. It was interesting because he delves into his past and how he moved forward. I like the guy. I know a lot of people emulate his recipes, and they say that's the best form of flattery.
Yeah.
And I do watch his stuff, but he's like way up here, and I'm like, you can't even see my hand because I'm below the screen because I'm way down there.
It's not. It's just I think he's very creative and he makes food fun, and I think that as a barbecue channel, it says it right in my description. And one of the good things I think about my channel is I don't say I'm a professional chef. I don't say I'm I don't even say I know what I'm doing. I'm just a normal dude in the backyard growing stuff. And you're sharing my experiences in the backyard. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that's okay. I mean, we all fail on stuff. Yeah, I could edit out every one of my videos so it looks like it turned out perfect, but that's just not real life. And that's not what I want my channel to be about. I want the normal dude in the backyard growing stuff to say, hey, I can do that too, I guess.
I think people appreciate that too. I think that they can appreciate the authenticity of that.
Yeah. For sure. So that's what I'm shooting for, and it's working for me. So, but I'm not an expert. I know a couple things, but it's mainly stuff that I've learned through trial and error. And that's part of the fun of it. That's what brings the fun to me, spending a Saturday out here making videos and growing stuff. And I just have a great time with it. Kind of like Craig was saying last week. I mean, this stuff, whether the camera's on me or not, this stuff I'd be doing anyways. So might as well film it, share it, and if people watch, hey, that's a bonus.
Yeah, true that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't pretend to be an expert, and I certainly screw up. And like I did a meatloaf the other day on Saturday, and I got 2/3 of the way through it and realized I didn't turn on the microphone.
Yeah.
And guess what I did Sunday?
Yeah.
I did a new meatloaf video. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. Well,
we screw up.
Yeah, I've started to do, putting in a few voiceover stuff, especially when Brian Adams is really cranked up. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm voice over this, or one of the things too is I like playing music while I'm cooking, and that doesn't coincide with I don't want to have to add in I did 20 different songs and credits and all that. So sometimes when I'm really pumping the tunes, I'll voice over those too. So but that's just part of the fun and the experience for me.
Hey Scott, we got a question for you. So from behind the garage barbecue,
Craig,
it's asked Doc if he plans on getting another small pellet grill to replace the RecTech grill that failed on you.
The RecTech RTB 380, or sorry, RTB 380 Bullseye. Let me try that again. Take two.
Good Lord.
Yeah, the RecTech RTB 380 Bullseye.
That's why he works for Costco and I work for UNFI.
I do, Craig. I don't. I gave that one a shot. I thought, now the whole purpose. Now I'm not sure. I'm trying to be a little bit careful on here, but I wanted it to be like a weeknight grill. Heat up fast, go boom. Get home from work at 5 o'clock, come in here, grill some stuff up, and bam, I have dinner. The problem with mine, and I've been doing the research, I've been looking for somebody else that has had any problems with it. If you guys go through my series on the RecTech RTB 380 Bullseye, I had nothing but problems with it. And I seem to be the exception, not the rule. People seem to love it. In my case, I did not love it. RecTech, let me get this disclaimer out there, was wonderful. Customer service, everything. And, no questions asked. They wanted to try to fix it for me. But by the time that burnt up $60 in ribeye steaks. I was like, I'm done. My decision's made. Give me my money back, and I'll just move on. And they said, hey, they're like, well, we can work it out. I said, we're past the point of working this out. I just want to send it back. Now I'm not saying, it is what can I say? It's the cheapest, let's call it the least expensive model in their whole lineup. And in my opinion, it has a bunch of design flaws to it. There's no grease drainage. My lid didn't fit at all. The stainless is a great concept, but I hate stainless grills. I had a Weber Genesis. Actually, I still have it. It's behind the fence. But you can't keep that thing clean.
Brian Adams, here, have this.
I might. That might be a video in the future, kind of gutting it out and redoing it so one of my kids can have it or something. It's a great grill.
It's like getting a couple friends over to heave it over the fence.
Yeah, like, here you go. But to get back to your question, Craig, no. And as you know, or as you're learning, my Yoder YS640 pellet cooker, some call it a pellet grill. I call it a pellet cooker. That thing's my workhorse. It's the world's most versatile grill. But the thing with that is once it gets to temp, it's fine. But that's some thick steel, and it takes a long time to heat it up. It takes, depending on weather conditions, 15 minutes to a half hour to just heat that up, where I could have had a whole cook done on the bullseye. So that was kind of my purpose for it. But right now I got what I got. And the only grill, there's two. Where's she at? The two.
Do they all have names? Brian Adams, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you can see me pointing. That's one over there. I got two over there. I guess kind of three right behind me. The good news is, though, I do have a wetland area over on that side, so no house is going to be built there, so that's good. But
you live in like a man paradise, man.
Yeah, we kind of
just get some soundproof walls over your fence. Shit, you'd be fine, man.
I'm thinking we got some. We're done with Oktoberfest now, so it took down all the Halloween decorations. But my wife's trying out she put some curtains down there, so she has split this patio into her side and my side. And her side keeps growing and mine keeps shrinking, but
yep.
We haven't been married almost 27 years for no reason, I guess. I learned to give and take.
It's more give than take.
Yeah. But
I got you beat by 2.
Craig has one more question. He says, Mike, has Scott ever met Louis from Our Shack or Gary from GT's Barbecue?
I don't know Gary from GT. Louis from Our Shack, I haven't met him. We watch each other's videos on there. I know he made a road trip to Vegas, the Inland Empire. Or
Vegas.
Yeah, or Spokane.
I lived in Cheney when I was a kid, just south of it.
But I was actually in Lewis's neck of the woods when I went over to Wenatchee to get some, and that probably doesn't mean anything to you guys, but it's over the mountains.
North of Yakima.
Yep. And Ellensburg. So it was a pretty cool trip because my son's going to school in Ellensburg, my youngest son. So I stopped by and saw him. And then I buzzed up to his neck of the woods. But I was in and out. I was just getting a truckload of cherry wood. But if I would have planned it out better, I probably would have tried to get in contact with him. But he's about, how many miles is that? It's about
Wenatchee?
Yeah, about 2.5 hours from where I'm at.
Yeah, it's about 100 miles, 120. Yeah. I'm from southeastern Washington.
Gotcha.
So, but I had a lot of people I know lived in Wenatchee. I have a lot of family in Yakima.
I love Wenatchee. Yeah,
where are you from?
I do. I'm from Prosser, Washington, Tri-Cities area.
Yeah.
Right.
But I can't stand Yakima, but I like Wenatchee. Wenatchee is a cool town.
Yeah.
And Leavenworth's even better.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like, I had family from the east side. My mom's from Chewelah, which is north of Spokane. So she's from Chewelah. I had family in Spokane, Walla Walla.
Walla Walla, that's my area.
Yeah. And Yeah,
Wine
Tri-Cities,
country.
Kennewick.
I'm from Richland. I consider Richland my hometown.
Yep.
Which is part of the Tri-Cities.
Yep.
All right. Yoder's a big thing, Scott. I know our guest last week, Craig, is into Yoders.
Yeah.
And he said it was like pushing a car,
Yeah.
trying to get it to his back. And I think it looks like a big toolbox.
Yeah.
What made you think of the Yoder? I know this is off for questions I sent you, but or
No,
not on the questions, but
no, I peruse those and study them thoroughly, Mike. We need to stick to the script. No, just kidding.
Good luck. You might as well leave now, dude.
No,
Just ask Mitch and Tran about
I did my research, and I really thought hard over it. I was looking at at the time I knew I wanted a pellet grill. We'll back up a little bit. So getting back to the two grills I still want. I want to get
being quiet.
Yeah, I'm being quiet. I want to get
Ryan Adams is around. Oh,
I want to get an offset smoker, and I also want to get a full size Santa Maria grill. Or those are the two things on my wish list. Now they're not going to happen soon, but eventually those are going to make their way out here.
Dude, your Santa Maria rocks. By the way,
I love that thing.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, we'll tuck your ear off about that thing. I love it. So getting back to why I chose Yoder. So starting back in my barbecue, my lifespan, I guess it goes back probably about 25, 28 years or so. I started with gas grills is what I started with.
Yep.
So I think
we all did. Yep.
I started with I think it was a charbroil thing I picked up at Home Depot. Used it,
Fred Meyer.
didn't really like it. I was like, yeah, it's okay. And then again, we kind of talked about, I guess, give and take and getting along with my wife. So my selling point back then was I wanted the Weber 1100 from Home Depot. And it's now a planter around the corner over there. But anyways, I like
my fire pit. Yep.
Yeah. Like, honey, this is the last grill I'll ever buy.
Uh-huh.
But I used it to death. I mean, I replaced everything on it probably twice. So I had that one, and that's kind of the same thing. Now, the one thing I have kept my word on though is my lawnmower. So back about the same time I was buying that, I bought a Honda RTB 215 Xenoid deck. So I've had that for 27 years.
My John Deere just died after 25 this year.
Yeah. So I've had that same lawnmower for this whole thing. So I kind of keep my word. And also part of that deal was she will never mow the yard is the second half of that. So yeah, is what it is. But getting back to the Yoder, so I went through the
Thank you, Scott.
Jeez. Yeah. So I went back to the gas grills. Did gas grills, and I can cook anything on a gas grill, and I believe anybody can cook anything on a gas grill. Now there's other grills that do things better, and I was always fascinated with the pellet grill. Again, getting back to Chef Tom from All Things Barbecue, he's always cooking on his Yoder YS640 pellet cooker. I was like, man, I really want one of those. And I was doing my research. So I was looking at Rectech. I was looking at Gorilla Grills. What other ones was I looking at? I think I narrowed it down pretty much to those three. And just the build quality on this, the YS640, in my opinion, to the other ones, yeah, you pay more for it. But I think it's worth every penny, in my opinion. And I picked that up from Sam's Northwest Barbecue down in Portland. Sherwood, Oregon, technically, where I didn't have to pay tax on it, and didn't have to pay shipping and all that fun stuff. So,
okay,
that's kind of how that works.
We've all done it.
And that's how we got it.
We have Ontario, Oregon here. It's about 50 miles. I go to Walmart to buy tires, TVs. Yeah. And when we're not going to go there because you never know if the IRS is listening or the state.
I don't know.
No, I've been to Ontario, Oregon, once upon a time. Played back in school. Played baseball at I played against Treasure
Valley.
Yeah. So I've been there.
You remind me of a baseball player, actually. You really do. Yeah. My son-in-law was a pitcher in somewhere in Minnesota, the Twin Cities area, and you just have the same same way of talking, the same build, the same swagger to you that he did. That's who you remind me of.
That's kind of radish.
Yeah. So Chris from Eastwind Farms wanted to say racist, and when he was typing, it came out radish. So that's kind of the joke now. You're kind of radish.
Yes, radish profiling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you probably get stopped at the airport and going, "Hey, you look like a baseball player. You're out of here, dude."
Not anymore. I've gained a little bit of weight since my playing days.
So's my son-in-law, but you know what? He can still pitch a mean ball.
Yeah.
All right, I have an idea where this came from.
All right.
But the channel name, where did it come from?
Yeah. So
DrTasteGood.
Yeah, DrTasteGood. Motley Crue.
It is the one. Yeah. DrTasteGood. Yep.
That's where it came from.
Yep, that's what I figured.
It's just making my own spin on it. It used to be, I think when I first threw it in, it was so you had DrTasteGood BBQ, TLL. And then since I've taken off the TLL stood for the living legend. But yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I thought I probably shouldn't have that on there. So,
that's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, Motley Crue inspired DrTasteGood BBQ. So
okay, no, and you were one of the first people I ever subscribed to, and vice versa, and because I've only been doing this since June of 2019. And I looked at that channel name and I thought, this got to be Dr. Feelgood. And yep. Okay. And I've often wanted that since. I don't know why I've never reached out and asked you, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah, that's what it's all about there. So
you mentioned earlier you started your channel about 2 years ago, right?
Yep. Yeah, coming up on 2 years.
Okay. You just monetized. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
That is awesome. It takes a while, doesn't it? I'm not
it
there.
Does.
I'm about 50% there. So
yeah. It's all. I mean, for me, the subscribers wasn't. It's weird. And as a lot of you know, it's just a weird thing. It's just sometimes a video takes off. Sometimes you pick up quick. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes they just drop off for no reason. Sometimes you gain some for no reason. It's just weird. For me, it was all about. Just getting the watch time up, and finally over time it just hit. Now it's kind of gone crazy on watch time for me, and I don't know why. I think one of the things is that the more videos you put out, because our videos as barbecue, backyard cookers, cooking channels, those are going to last forever. I mean, there's people watching my videos from 2 years ago. And they'll pull that up and look at it. They'll search, it's like today, chicken thighs. Somebody's gonna in 2 years pull up backyard chicken thighs, and it might pop, it might not, but it's gonna be there for somebody to find. Now I'm also say variety channels or food review channels. Say they're doing what's the latest and greatest one they're doing? Let's just say the Travis Scott burger, for instance, and they go and they eat it and they have a review. Well, 2 years down the road, nobody's searching Travis Scott food review. Now a video coming pretty soon is I kind of create the Travis Scott burger at home. And that's something that people might, hey, I liked it. I might want to eat it at home. And I want to make it. But I think that's one thing that our genre has an advantage on, is actually these videos last forever. And if you get your SEO, your search engine optimization dialed in, if you have your right keywords, if you have your right description, if you take the time to fill out your description and you max out your whatever 500 characters in your keywords, they're going to pop. And also I think playlists are a big thing too. Because I don't know if you want to call it a curse or a good thing, but when you have multiple equipment, I guess, I got a Weber, I got a Yoder, I have a Blackstone. If I was just looking for views, I would just cook on the Blackstone, because those are my highest volume videos, or most watched videos are those. But then you pick up say you pick up 10 subscribers that like to see you cooking on the Blackstone, and then next week you're cooking on a Weber, and they get confused. They're like, "Oh, I signed up because I signed up because I wanted to see Blackstone stuff." So that's why I think I've created playlists of, I got Yoder cooks, I have Yoder equipment, I have, Weber cooks, Blackstone cooks. And I think that helps, take this big collective group of people that like the different equipment, and they can just sit there and watch those. So it's just something I've found that seems to help and work.
Sure. Yeah. And that works for you. For me, it's, my biggest ones is Kent from Daddy Just Barbecue calls it the round Blackstone. I have a Cuisinart 360.
Yep.
And that is probably my number one, but I have a Z grill also that I bought when I was drunk online. And it does okay, but my Weber kettle does twice as good as it. So
yeah,
I totally agree with you.
Yep.
So let me ask you this. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Not important.
How did you get started in barbecue?
Again, it kind of goes back to just having a gas grill, and what would I call it? I wouldn't call myself a hermit, but I don't like going to other people's houses, like parties.
You seem very private to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty private, I guess, but I'd rather be at my house. I'd rather cook for a group of people coming to my house. I hate going to other people's houses or other people's parties. I want to have the party here, and I want to cook, and I want to. So I guess it just.
Is it like your comfort zone or something?
I guess it's not that I want to be the center of attention, but it's just something I like making good food for people. I like, I like that atmosphere, I guess. But if I had a choice of going to somebody's place, for a party or having a party here, I'm always wanting to have it here. That's cool. I guess it is. And I like the aspect of, number one, staying home and not going anywhere. And number two, just, I like providing, I guess, enjoyment for others. And then when you go to somebody's house, it's like, I'm just, I'll go, but I'm, right when I get in the door, I'm wanting to leave.
I'm the same way. Yeah.
I guess that's just my personality.
If people go over to your house, they can get a free concert, right?
That's right. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Scott, what's your first memory of barbecuing?
Oh geez, first memory. It probably goes back to just as a kid, just going to and it wasn't me cooking. It was my parents cooking, my grandparents cooking, just on a you go to a state park and you got those little charcoal grills out there. Also going camping and just cooking over, just a cast iron skillet, doing up some trout on a campfire.
Nothing better.
I'd say those are my first memories of cooking and barbecue type. Let's call it outdoor cooking. My first memories of outdoor cooking.
Great memories, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my first memories of cooking outdoors is somewhere in the Cascades. This huge pile of logs and one of those barbecue things that you're talking about. I couldn't tell you where in the Cascades I was.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was by Yakima somewhere, probably over my Mount Rainier, but I couldn't tell you where.
Sure.
So.
Team cilantro or no team cilantro?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cilantro. Yeah, I love cilantro.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. It's fresh, vibrant, explodes in your mouth.
What do you put it on?
Huh? Chicken?
What do you put it on?
That's
Mostly
Scott right there. That's Scott. Literal Trace.
Yeah. Mostly chicken, tacos, that type of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So all of us on this chat, we're going to go to your house. What are you going to, what meat or dish would you cook for us? And on what?
Gotcha. Ooh. Well, coming soon. I made up this, and it was first time ever. It was a citrus chicken, and I did it on the Santa Maria attachment for the Weber kettle. turned out fantastic. Basically, it was orange juice, lime juice, lemon juice, orange zest, lemon zest, lime zest. Marinated the chicken thighs in there, cooked them over the open fire, and those things are fantastic. It blew my mind how good those were. So we'd probably do those on the Santa Maria attachment for the Weber kettle. As far as other stuff, probably steaks. I'd probably go, get killed. I'd go New York steaks if I was cooking for a big group.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess those would be my two go-tos.
Would that be your dish to impress guests as well?
That chicken would impress anybody.
Are you talking about the chicken that you just made on today's video, or?
No. It's a citrus lime chicken. Yeah, it'll probably come out next week. Because so getting back to getting views and watch hours. So I'm actually dialing it back to just one video a week, and I've chosen Wednesdays are going to be my day now. I went through a phase where I was just pumping out videos. I went from 3 days a week, 2 days a week. There was one stretch there earlier this year. I did 29 videos in a row.
I remember that. Yeah. Jesus.
So, but the problem with that, for those of you who want to try that strategy, is yes, you get a bunch of videos out, but in my opinion, you're working way too hard to try to get videos out, and they don't turn out as you want. So with dialing it back to one a week, I think I'm gonna be able to work on some editing stuff. And iPhone came out with some new stuff for iMovie that I'm just kind of starting to play around with. So I want to work on now kind of quality. Again, these videos are going to be out there forever. You want to put your best foot forward on a good video. Now I have about 10 in the hopper already done up.
No kidding.
That won't be you'll probably start seeing some change down the road, but with only one video a week too, will allow me to watch more videos. Learn stuff, see what other people are doing, and support others in all the different communities that I try to support. Mm-hmm. And what I kind of found out during my pumping out the video phase was that the more you support others, the more they support you. I mean, it's kind of like a give and take. So
Zig Ziglar said that. Yes.
There'll be different. How can I say this? So there'll be maybe somebody I haven't had time to watch a video, and I will, if somebody watches my video, I'll darn sure making every effort in my power to go and watch their video. Just, I agree. I don't know if you call it return the favor. I call it common courtesy. If somebody spent time to watch mine, I want to watch them. But when you're pumping out multiple videos, it's hard to do that. And I follow a bunch of people in the scratching community, and they some of them pump out 2 videos a day, and it's impossible.
What is scratching?
Lotto tickets. They're a very supportive community.
Like Lotto Mike or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Mega Millions Mike.
Mega Mike. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, they're pumping out videos there. Some of them twice a day.
That's crazy.
But again, with our genre, you don't have to do that, because they're counting on people watching their videos every day to get their watch time, get their views up. And again, our genre, they're there forever. So you just can't do that. So I'll watch a video or 2 of theirs a week, but I can't dedicate the time to watch 150 scratch videos a day. I mean, it's just not, for me, it's not possible. So, but when they chime in, I'll make sure that I go over and watch one, check it out, make a comment. And that's a weird thing too about YouTube, is that, and I made this mistake. So let me share this to the group so you guys don't make the same mistake. But I did a giveaway, my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And I gave away everything that Ren's Barbecue and Spices has. So if I had to do it again, I'd do it different. But anyways, I go, and the first person who answers every single question, I had like 5 different questions about me. What's my favorite, football team? Yeah. What's my favorite hockey team? What's blah, 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 blah.
Seahawks.
And boom, this guy comes back that I had never seen before in my life. I was like, who the hell is this guy? Because I wanted to give it to people that watch my videos, people who make videos, you know, somebody that actually use this stuff. And I was just, and in the thing, I'm like, yeah, this, and I can't recall his name, but yeah, like Todd Thompson, Todd, I don't know who the heck you are or where you came from, but you're the grand champion of this. And he writes back, well, you know, I commented on your video before. I'm like, and he's talking about one from, you know, a year and a half ago, but he's been watching loyally for that whole time. So just the only way as a YouTuber, you know that somebody's watching your video is if they comment.
Correct. Yeah, you can tell for sure.
So I don't know, you know, shame on me for assuming, but it's just a weird system. That's why I try to supplement with, and I call them touches, like on Instagram. I'm thinking about doing a Facebook. I'm really not that active on Facebook, but I'm thinking about getting a Santa Maria, like a Santa Maria attachment group together.
I'd be a part of that in a heartbeat.
And I think with just having one video a week, I think I might have time to do that. But so the lesson out there is you never know who's watching.
Count me in on that. That's another question I wanted to get to, is that Santa Maria.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't have. I'm sorry. I'm multitasking here.
Okay.
And
Multitasker.
Chris from Eastland Farms, I don't have his number. I don't have any way to get a hold of him. So I'm trying to send him the link for next week because it's Veterans Day, right? And Chris is a veteran, so I'm sorry. I apologize profusely.
I have nothing to do.
Your Santa Maria. I watched a couple videos on that. Dude, I dig that. That I'm hoping Santa brings me one of those. That looked cool. Tell me, how did you come across that, and what made you think I want that? Because I'm going to tell you, we were in Elko, Nevada in June, and we were at this obscure park, and these guys had a smaller version of the Santa Maria, and they were cooking burgers and dogs and sausages, and I thought, damn, that looks cool, man. Yeah. And then your video comes out. Oh, I got to get that, and it fits right on top of your Weber.
Yeah, right on the Weber 22, or it will fit on a Weber Smoky Mountain. Or the two will fit. And possibly, I haven't confirmed this, but possibly they came out that SNS grills came out with a 22-inch kettle. I believe it fits on there, but I haven't confirmed that yet. Why I got it? This kind of coincides with the whole returning the bullseye thing. So, I got rid of that, got my money back for that, and I want eventually I want the full size Santa Maria grill, and my old, maybe coming soon too. I'm working with a local kid on my old cart for my Yoder, because I swapped out the standard cart for the competition cart. I might try to convert that cart into with this help, a Santa Maria grill. Okay. But anyways, I have a fascination with that cooking style, open fire, being able to. It's. I guess I call it it's primal cooking. You don't. It really is. You don't need temperature probes. You don't need to have wires running everywhere. You're just cooking it. And the one thing I'm learning with is I need more patience, because I want to just drop it down, sear that stuff off, and be done with it. But you just want to just leave it up there and just let all the smoke and everything just engulf it a little bit, and cook it nice and slow and take your time with it. So I got to learn some patience.
And one of the videos, go ahead. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
No, just one of the reasons I got that is I kind of just wanted to test it out before I go and get the big unit, just see if what I can learn with the cooking style, and seeing if I enjoyed it. And so far, it is so fun. I can't describe to you how much fun I'm having with it. And there's, from my research, there's 3 different styles. Or 3 different companies producing ones for the 22. You have Gabby grills, which in my research is about $200 more than the one that I got. And mind you, these things all do the exact same thing.
I Amazon them, yeah.
Yeah, they cook meat over fire. That's what they do. They lift, up, down. Mine came with a rotisserie, so I thought that was a good value. I used
Love that. Yeah.
I use it this weekend. I'm not sure really if I'm a rotisserie type cooking guy at this
I'm
point
not.
after doing one cook on it. But it's good to have if you want to experiment with it and try that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The one I got now, it's from Only Fire Outdoor, and Only Fire is actually not selling it off their website yet. It's through Amazon. So I was looking up Amazon, saw that, and said, "Hey, it was a great deal. It was $169, $170.
Yep.
It was here the next day. Easy assembly. If you see
you're right
those
there.
videos,
You're right there, dude.
yeah. And then you got
Jeff Bezos probably put it in his car and drove it up to your house, man.
It's just up the hill. And then you have I'm trying to think of the other Titan Outdoors also has a unit, and those are $99, but those are really hard to get. They sell out as soon as they get them. But again, they all do the same thing. They cook over fire. And I thought mine was, I guess probably build quality to the Gabby grills. It's probably not as good. It's probably better build quality than the Titan Outdoor. But again, they all do the same thing. And it's all about having fun, and I'm having a right with it.
Well, you and I are taking up a lot of time. There's some talk out there in the chat. Monica needs some time to talk.
All right.
And she is the co-host. Monica, you got 1.5 seconds to talk. I'm kidding.
Actually, I'm gonna speak on behalf of Chris. He wants to know what kind of dip.
No, don't. Just ignore that guy. Come on. You can ask him anything you want next week.
Is it snowing there?
Here?
What?
Yeah. Is it snowing?
No, it's about 55 degrees.
I said, think it rain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many
50
miles are you from Seattle? That was another question we saw earlier.
35.
God, Monica. Okay, so Scott, I worked with Monica years ago, and she and I sat literally as close as we are right now, and she and I gave each other shit constantly, but we always had a great working relationship. I love Monica to death, and this is the first time I've ever seen her quiet, and I don't know if that's good or bad. Part of me thinks that's really good. Part of me thinks like, oh shit, there's something up.
When I'm at work, those are called leadership skills. It's not being bossy. It's not bossy if they're leadership skills.
I always thought Monica was my boss. Even back in the day, I was like, I don't want to be a boss. I've never wanted to be a boss. It's like, screw this, man. Monica, yeah, you want it? Take it, please.
I don't want
Tell me what to do.
Right. We always got in trouble, so I'm not a very good leader of Mike and I.
We did. And she's a great leader because I had fun getting in trouble.
We did have a lot of fun.
Yes, we did.
Mike,
Scott,
are you stroking out? Is your brain stroking
No,
out?
I'm not.
We're a little worried about you. Too many
Scott,
references.
your pellet can. Pellet cam. I watched you build it online.
Yep.
And then you started putting stickers on it, which I love because I have the Fridge of Fame.
Yep.
Tell us about your pellet cam. I love that thing. That thing is the coolest piece of equipment I have ever seen. And Monica, don't go away.
I'm right here.
I love you, and you need to be a part of this.
Yes, it is the mighty pellet can. So it's out of Portland too. So out of Portland, so Northwest company. And what it does for me, so what I'm looking for is taking pellets from stacking them up in my garage and actually have a place to store them. So it has 5 separate compartments in it that each holds 20 pounds of pellets. So 20 times 5, 100 pounds of pellets in this sucker.
Awesome.
And so I have 5 different kinds in it right now. I have, what do I have? I have oak, hickory. That's my main mix I use for beef. I also have apple. I have cherry and pecan. So those are my 5 slots that I have. It also has a cool little work top on the top that, it's a nice stainless steel top. It's not it's sturdy enough, I guess. And I knew about these a few years ago, And then of course when I go to buy them, they're not making them anymore because they're doing some remodel, I guess, on it, or redesign. So I had the newest, latest, and greatest one. But yeah, if you just search pellet can, it'll pop right up. And if I think it's DRTG10, you can save 10% on them. For some reason, they like me when I posted a YouTube video and they gave me a link. So, or they gave me a discount code to give out to people. So if you're interested in one, you can save 10% by using that code. And I have that link in my description, on my About Me. So, but I just love it. Because you can, instead of having to dump a whole thing of pellets into your hopper,
yes.
Yeah, you can mix and match. You can make your own custom blends. You don't have to fill your 20-pound hopper with 20 pounds of pellets. You can put, a couple, bucketfuls in. You can swap them out for your next cook. Because what I was kind of running into, I guess, is I like oak, I like hickory. Well, excuse me, I just put, say, oak in for a beef cook. But then, next day I'm doing chicken. I don't want to use oak for chicken. I want to use cherry or pecan, or mix them together. And then you got to, you're either digging the pellets out, or you're, just burning through pellets just to burn through pellets, which for me, it's just a really cool pellet accessory. I'd say if you can get bins where you can store your pellets in, but it's nice and convenient, compact. And yeah, I think it's worth having if you're into pellet cooking.
That's all. I dig that thing. I think it's cool. I want to say hi to Laura and Mama Z out there. Thank you so much for showing up, guys. Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. She was on last week after our guest Craig, and she was awesome. I loved visiting with her. Scott, what does Mrs. Scott feel about you cooking on YouTube?
She doesn't care one way or the other. Okay. It gets me out of the house, keeps me out of trouble. So I guess in that way she's supportive of it, but she'd be indifferent if I was doing it or not doing it. Just as long as I get dinner on the weekends in there at a reasonable hour, she's good with it. She gets a little upset when I got to go film something and it takes longer, and when I'm trying to get dinner ready at 6 and it ends up at 8:30. There's a little tension there. But other than that,
with a meatloaf the other day. Yeah.
Other than that,
how long is it going to be? I don't know.
Yeah,
only at 250.
Yeah.
You redid your patio this last summer.
Yep.
Everything you dreamed of, or got more to it?
Whew. Yeah, I would say. Well, when I was first thinking about the patio design, so going back in time a little bit, I started with the little, probably like a 4x6 little cover for my barbecue. Then that one of them blew away. I got another one, and then that deteriorated. Then I got the Costco version. I think it was a 10x12, 10x14, real heavy duty, and that thing wasn't moving anywhere. But going into the house, it didn't mount to the house, so there was always somewhere where water would get in, because it rains just a little bit here, for those of you who don't know. And it was just high, I guess, higher maintenance or higher wear and tear on my grills, because wind would blow the rain right on the equipment. I'm not big into the cover thing. That's just my personal preference, because I can see having a cover in some areas, but in the Northwest, if you put a cover on it and moisture gets in there, then that moisture is just evaporating up into your stuff, and moisture is going to get into it. So you might as well just have the wind blow it dry, rather than trapping all that moisture in there and rusting out your stuff. Just my opinion. So it's my opinion, so I know I'm right. But so I wasn't really into that. So my main vision was to have like a peaked roof that kind of came down in little flat sections on the end. Well, the contractor we were working with, I was trying to explain everything to him, what I wanted, what was important to me. Lighting, like you see. So I have, I got 8 can lights under this guy. So I can sit out here at, whatever time it is, on a when it's dark outside, and I can cook, or I can, you know, sit here and interact on an interactive video. We also put in 2 fans up here with lights, have a sink, have a fridge, and have another little storage unit over there. So again, plenty of me space, and plenty of, again, my wife has claimed the other side as her own. So what it kind of boiled down to, again, I'm kind of getting off track, but I was talking about kind of the fancy exposed beams, wood and stuff, and explained to my contractor what I wanted. And he told me that I had champagne taste on a Coors Light budget. So
sounds like me.
Yeah. So we worked it out. We're now it's a flat ceiling. You can kind of see the ceiling right above me.
Yeah.
But they did kind of some ribboning on it, stain the plywood. So have electrical outlets on all my outside posts, so I can plug stuff into whatever I want out there. The sink, it's so nice having a sink out here.
That's my next thing. Yeah.
Whether it's washing dishes, so you don't have to track them into the house. You can just take them out
are
here.
The biggest thing.
Yeah, and you got your hands. And also I have a natural gas line out here, and I converted my Blackstone a while ago to natural gas, so I don't have to worry about propane. The only thing that potentially eventually that I'll get is some type of heaters out here, so I don't freeze to death during the winter.
Gotcha.
But other than that, yeah, it's fantastic. Just love it.
Nice. Thank you. Monica, do we have anything?
No, I have one more question. Have you ever cooked on a salt stone?
Yes, I have. Got it from Saltworks Inc. out of Redmond, Washington. And to me, I really didn't. I don't know. I did a few cooks on it. I think I did shrimp. I did steaks. I really, and they say right on the thing. The weird thing is with those is you preheat them,
right,
and then you put them on your like you preheat them in the oven, or you can preheat them on your grill, I guess.
Right.
And then you pop them on there. I really didn't notice any noticeable salt taste to them. Just more of a cooking method in my opinion. And to me they're a pain in the butt to clean up afterwards.
It's a rinse thing. They're antibacterial.
Trust me. I can. Let me go get mine. I'll show it to you. I've tried cleaning that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
But
So
I love a salt rock though, because you don't have to season anything. Like you put a steak on there and it's like it's seasoned, it's done.
Yeah, and
you can do ice cream on it too. Serve ice cream. It's pretty good.
Yeah, if you chill it.
Caramel.
Yeah, you can use it as a
ice
serving.
Cream?
So you can use it you can freeze it and use it as a chilling device,
really good.
Or serve food on it. Yep.
I bought one 2 years ago in Leavenworth for my sister. Jean and I did for my sister because we took her, and she uses it all the time. She loves it for everything. And we've been over there for dinner a couple times. Like, I don't notice a difference.
No.
I like it.
And it's that purple salt thing. And the thing was huge.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a Christmas present. And I'm trying to, when I travel, I am like super light. When I go to Alaska, I don't give a damn where I go. It's like one backpack. There you go. And I'm trying to shove this damn thing in my backpack, and it barely closed over my backpack. My wife is putting my chonies and every socks, everything else in her bag because I got this damn rock salt in there.
That's funny. No,
Well, that's it.
Well, yeah. What else do you got? You got any other?
Oh, I could ask Scott questions all night long.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to see if there was anything else out here from the crowd.
So we got Laura, and Tri-Tip is still out there. We still got quite a few guests out there, and I appreciate it, everybody. Yeah. Thank you. You know, Scott, one of the things you did is an Omaha steak series, and you just did another one recently. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I found with the Omaha steaks, that's something my wife had ordered, a big box of meat. So I figured, hey, I'm going to make some videos on it and do some reviews. The best thing that they had, in my opinion, again, I know I'm right because it's my opinion, was actually the scallop potatoes were amazing.
And nothing to do with the meat.
Nothing to do with the meat. I didn't like any of the meat.
Oh my
The
God.
bacon wrapped steaks were okay. But yeah, it didn't blow me away. And for me, the value just it wasn't there to me. It just wasn't value. I'd rather go to a grocery store, pick out my own meat that I want, or get
Or
cryovac.
Costco, something like that.
Yeah, that place.
Pack.
Yeah,
The hernia pack of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, just getting a whole cryovac and cutting it myself.
Gotcha.
Is where you really start to see value, especially if you have a vacuum sealer.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, you look. There's no.
Chris,
Is there a
Chris
naval
has got
air
another-
station by you? Oh, Chris,
me-
go ahead, Chris.
No. Oh well, there's Joint Base Lewis McChord. Air Force Base and Army Base, but that's south of Tacoma, so that's
Okay.
20 miles away, 25 miles away.
Looks like we have Rick on here too.
That sounds commercial.
Yeah, Rick's joined us.
Rick's-
Chris has
yeah,
Chris
hi,
has
Rick.
another question though. Chris says, what is Doc's next big purchase for his channel? A cooker, a camera, lighting, what?
Yeah, probably.
That too.
I'm saving my YouTube scratch money together, and I'd probably go a Yoder offset smoker. Cheyenne is the one I'm looking at. So kind of there.
Don't tell his wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
You and your Yoders.
That's probably the one I'd get.
All right.
Scott, if I was making a movie about you, which I plan on, who would play you?
Now,
Don't say me or Monica, please.
all right. I would go, and I saw this one, and I had to look up who it was. I know who the guy is, but I had to look up. Danny McBride.
Brad Pitt.
No, Danny McBride. Eastbound and Down. Did some other stupid movies too.
I could see that.
Yeah. He would play me. Me and him have a lot in common. His character, anyway. We have
Okay.
in my wild days, me and him we'd get along pretty good.
Are your wild days like mine 20 some odd years ago?
Yeah. I don't get too crazy anymore.
Yeah.
But no, I had some again, you're talking to the guy that wanted to be a professional bull rider. So I had some craziness in me, but I was a smart crazy. Just a quick story.
Me too.
Quick story. So again, I grew up right next to the Canadian border. So our little town of 2,000 in the summertime would grow to a town of about 12,000. So because all the Canadians would come down and vacation, they'd have their summer homes down in my
before you needed passport. Yeah.
So they would come down, and we would riding our bikes and stuff. And I just got a new bike, and we're cruising around with all the our little Canadian friends, and we're riding around. And there's this hill that they're up there like I bet you won't go down that hill. And there was like a 6-foot drop off. So you go down this dirt path, and then a 6-foot drop down to a blocked off street. I said, no, I'll do it, but I'm not doing it on my bike. I'll do it on one of your bikes. They're like, no, you won't. I'm like, well, who's going to give up a bike? Who's going to give me a bike to do this? Because I'm not going down on my bike. So one of them, decided it was a good idea to say, basically you won't do it. So, and this was before, the days of helmets, elbow pads and all that stuff. This was just bare me.
You're free balling it, basically. You're free balling it. Yeah.
So I said, okay. So the kid says, hey, you can use my bike. So I go, all right. So I pedaling down this thing and going, and there was a lip at the bottom that I was trying to pull up, right? I didn't get the pull up, and I hit his front tire on that sucker and did like 3 loop or slid on my back for who knows how long, scraped myself up like crazy, and his bike was destroyed. And the look on his face, the handlebars are bent, the wheels are bent. It was trashed. It was there's no fixing that bike after it was done. So yeah, that's some of my wild and craziness. And then there's that's
so you were a biker.
That's the young crazy. Yeah. We would ride bikes everywhere. That's just what we did.
We bring
Anything
some
else, Monica? Go ahead,
No,
Monica.
that was that's well, that, you know, and I kind of feel like we all have a story like that. The hey, I dare you to go ride the bike, ride this bike
Yeah.
down this hill. That's pretty funny.
Little known fact, as we're probably wrapping up here pretty quick. So I'll pose this question to the live chat and Monica and Mike as well. So what do me and Tupac have in common?
Who?
Beer.
Tupac.
Beer.
Tupac Shakur.
And
Yeah,
who?
you know.
And me. What do we have in
Scott.
common?
From the same place. You both rap.
Oh, I can rap. No, I can't rap.
Yeah.
Do you fake your own death?
No, Tupac's alive. I'll agree with you there. But no,
You're both in Vegas at the same time.
Close. Kind of close.
You're both in the same casino at one time.
You're
You've
killing
met in the
us.
casino.
All right,
Killing the Smalls.
No, we are both born same day, same year. So we share the same birthday.
Well, congratulations on surviving.
Yeah.
No, I'm the survivor of us too, so far.
Yeah.
So, but he's still alive. He's in Costa Rica.
Same with Elvis. Back in my days with working with Monica, Monica would assign us all these different names. You know, it was like Stinky Pete and Skillet and all these things. My name was my name was a derivative of Tupac's. It was 2 packs of beer.
There you go.
Scott, anything you want to say on the way out? We're going to take a 3-minute break here in a minute. You're more than welcome to stay on. I'm going to open it up to everybody.
I got you. You know, I just want to say just thank you, Mike. I think this was awesome, and Monica, this is just an awesome show you guys are doing. Last week it was good to see Craig as the guinea pig, I guess, and the first ever on there. So
Poor Craig.
felt a little more confident coming in. So I guess thank you for making me second, not first on the show.
Well, you were very,
but I really enjoy it, and I look forward to watching it every every Wednesday night. I think it's super cool.
We wanted Craig to work out the kinks,
and he did great. He did great. He did great.
Scott, I have another question for you. You always go like this. Yes. Yep. Do you get that from that one guy, the Real Music Observer?
I don't. No, that's just me.
He does the same thing. He goes like this.
Yeah.
He does the same thing.
No, that's just something. I figured out, I got to have something that, people, I guess it's my, I don't know, it's my signature, I guess. Let's call it, that's my signature. So every video I start out the same way.
You do, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just kind of part of my intro. So welcome back to Dr. Taste Good Barbecue. What I have for you today.
Exactly, yeah. And that's what the Real Music Observer on YouTube does, is almost the exact same thing.
Yeah, no.
Just for me and you.
No, I'm gonna have to look it up now. Maybe you stole my stuff. I mean, that's me. That's my thing. I got this finger's copy. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, I'm gonna do that on my next video.
Hey, Doc. Guess who's awesome?
Who?
You.
No, all right, guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
all right.
Scott. It's time for. Go ahead.
Again, just wanted to say thank you, and I will. I will bow out, and I will keep watching. Make some more space for some other fine people in here. But again, thank you so much, Monica and Mike, for the opportunity to jump on.
Scott, we can have up to 10 people here, so it's no biggie. You're more than welcome to stay. I need to take a pee because, like I said last week, Big Daddy, only you and my grandpa have to pee every 30 minutes. And guess what? I'm a grandpa.
All right.
We'll see you in 3.
All right.
Thank you, Scott. It was awesome.
Welcome.
All right, bye.
Time out. I'm back. He's still not back? What? We went to vote. No. That was yesterday. Yes. You did survive. You survived very, very well. Rick, this is weird. It is weird. We're going to have to talk to Mike about that. So, where's he at? So I got a quiz for you guys. We're going to start a quiz. I think we should get some people on, though. Mama Z, you want to join us? Chris, Rick, come on. Join us. It's going to be fun. Come on, I know y'all want to. What do you say? What do you know? And there we go. Mike. I don't know, guys. Maybe we better call Mrs. Dude and see what's going on there. Thank you. Maybe there was something to all that stroking out business. He should be back. All right, I'm going to give you guys. So Mrs. Mama Z, Texas Kitchen, she joined us last week after Craig's interview during our show. So she's from Texas too. And Mama Z, we've got Rick actually moving to, was it Austin or San Antonio? I don't remember which one. Anyway, so you both be in Texas. I'm just talking. Chat it up, Monica. Who said liquor making? Liquor making? You know what I want to try is making vanilla extract, my own vanilla extract with Madagascar beans, but also I want to get the Captain Morgan's spiced rum. It's supposed to be divine. San Antonio, that's what it was. The Riverwalk.
All right.
Whoa. You're back.
Let me get my headphones on so I can hear you. Scott was awesome, wasn't he? I love having Scott on.
Yes.
Man, that is so cool. Scott's a great guy.
Trying to get people to join us for some after hours talk right now, but
yeah. So Monica, what do you got for us?
Oh shoot, let's just see. Well, okay, so I'm gonna throw this. You should throw the StreamYard link up one more time if you could, huh?
I just did.
Okay, cool. All right, because I'm gonna close out of that. So Mike, so I like doing a little fun stuff now and again.
Great. Mike took a nap. Yep, I'm a little on the tired side.
We were worried about you.
You should be. You really should be.
I was concerned. We were almost going to call Mrs. Dude.
Might have wanted to on that one.
I don't know. We might have got you in trouble. So we
Oh
hold off
well,
on that. But
nothing
anyways,
new.
nothing new. I don't know. You guys seem like a lot more chill now that you've gotten older, now that you're grandparents.
Yeah, I'm a little more chill, a little more
I mean, you were always
whatever.
chill, but like now you seem a lot more chill.
Well, I saw Kent earlier asked, "Is Mike really this way in
Right.
real
I'm
life?"
like,
I don't,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if you answered him or not. He
I
asked,
did.
he presented. Oh, did you?
I said
Yeah.
he's perpetually chill. He's always been chill, but you guys do seem like you've gotten a little bit more relaxed now that you have grandchildren.
Good, because that's the whole idea. I just want to be that much more chill. I don't. That's just me. I am actually on the hot seat, and I'll send you the link on that with CJ and Kent on the 12th, I believe. And
Cool.
that's a big one. That's the 11th. No, the 12th. Yep, the 12th of November. I'm on the hot seat, so you're gonna see chill when I'm on the hot seat, and it's like
I don't think you've ever been You're
You
always
know
like,
what?
yeah, it'll work out.
That's the name I was thinking of last week was that you called her TK. T
TK, that's what it was.
TK,
You're right.
yes. Yeah, and she always had me on edge, except for the when I was like just
Faking it.
typing, pretending to type away, because she would always like move away. She if so, Monica and I used to sit right next to each other, and when she moved on the other side of the we have these pod things that are just the stupidest things. And Monica froze up. So um, when I would sit there on my keyboard and just kind of like, "Boo," and I wasn't even typing anything, I could hear our boss coming over, and I'd be like, just typing random shit. Who cares, right? And if our boss heard that, she would always leave me alone, and she'd always go to Monica. I'm so sorry, Monica. Monica froze up. I'm sorry, Monica. Please come back. Please come back. So Monica's stroking. Yes, she is, Craig. So yeah, thank you, Scott, very much for showing up. I really appreciate that. Had a great time hanging with you. I really did. So one of the new features that Monica and I were talking about having is channels that we've discovered. And one of the new channels that I discovered that I hope everybody goes check out is Fat Kids Barbecue. So Fat Kids, FATKIDS space barbecue. He has 72 subscribers. He did a Cajun turkey just recently. It looked awesome. So make sure you go check him out. And then Pit Smoke, and I know like Charlie and several other of us are on it. He did a, let's see if I can pronounce this. Sopias, SOPAPILLS. I'm sorry, Sopias. And they were like almost like kind of like a scone type thing. Looked really cool. So he has 130 subs. Go check him out. Pit Space Smoke if you haven't already. So just one of the smaller channels out there that I like to highlight, because at the end of the day, this is pretty much all about the smaller channels. And some trends that I've noticed is plant-based proteins. Is anybody ever got into it? I know that Lee was Smoking Bears just recently did a video, got into it, where he did a almost meat sausage, and he said it was absolutely wonderful. So I have not tried it, and being how my daughter's a vegetarian, I'll have to check it out, see what she thinks. But I know they do burgers, etc. So that seems like a one. TikTok videos for Instagram. I have done TikTok videos in the past, but not for Instagram. I've done the Instagram TV, Scott, but I have never done TikTok videos for Instagram. I hope that's the right one. Anybody who wants to come on, please do. This is kind of like an open forum, open pub, whatever you want to open Wednesday night, Mike, whatever you want. Please show up. Rick, how you doing, brother? Um, I have not, but I want to. My daughter was talking about because we did occasionally we do this series where she does the vegetarian slash vegan things. So I want to see what she has to say about it, and I want to try it. Um, yeah, so I think it would be kind of cool. I'm glad that Lee tried it out. Some of the current trends out there that I've noticed is, and this may be a trend from years ago, it's called election cakes. You guys ever heard of election cakes? I know we had just a big election yesterday. Started around the American Revolution time, and I'm sure it's right up our alleys. I'm sorry, I've had 4 White Russians. I should show the White Russian cam again. Let's see if we can do it. Hello, guys. There's the White Russian cam. White Russian cam. Patty Joe would be proud of the White Russian cam. So anyhow, election cakes. You guys got to hear. This was when the country first started. Here's the recipe for it. Some of it, and this is from the 17. Monica's back. So we're talking about trends. And we're talking about election cakes. And this is from about the time of the American Revolution. This is a boozy, and we all would love this, fruit and spice cake that women would bake and take to the polls for their men and try to influence them because of the booze that's in the cake. So here's the recipe. You got to hear this recipe. This is amazing. We're talking Amelia Simmons in her second edition book from 1796. All right. This is the ingredient. Some of the ingredients.
That's awesome.
30 quarts of flour. Holy shit. How big is that cake? That thing has got to be friggin' huge.
No joke.
So we got 30 quarts of flour, 10 quarts of butter. Or 10 pounds. I'm sorry, 10 pounds of butter.
Oh my God.
14 pounds of sugar. 3 dozen eggs.
Holy criminy.
They got a lot of chickens going on back then. Among spices, and here's our favorite as men and women, alcohol.
Yeah.
And 12 pounds of raisins.
This is insane. Is this like a community cake? Is that what you think?
I don't know. Can you imagine how big that thing? I was like,
That's
holy
insanity.
friggin' huge, man.
I'm thinking like a bunk cake or something.
So they would take, I don't know. My guess is they'd probably take like 5 or 6 cakes. And the Three Stooges episode, Craig. Yes. They would take this cake or these cakes down to the polls or elections with all these white men. Sorry, anybody out there who's not radish, very radish people, would stand in line and they would just like hand out this cake for people and then start talking about, hey, you know what? I wish you would vote for John Adams, or hey, I would wish you would vote for John Monroe or somebody like that. That was the way it was back then. It's like, holy crap, you got to be kidding me. I mean, seriously, when you have 12 pounds of butter and 30 quarts of flour, that thing had to have been huge, man.
Maybe they did it like that and then they divided it up into like different cakes. That's just crazy train.
That doesn't seem right to me. Yeah. And all in a wood-fired oven. It's like, you'd have to have 15, 20 cakes in that thing, man. 14 pounds of flour? Holy crap. And how much booze did they pour? It'd be like, remember Doug Bullock that we used to work with? He used to make a, for every Christmas years ago, he would make a pineapple upside down cake with rum.
Yeah.
And it was more rum. Yeah, Mike, that's called a bribe these days. Exactly. But hey, if you got to do what you got to do, right?
There's a Carrie Bull would also make like this cream
Yeah.
de mint,
Yeah.
I don't know, bark or whatever, divinity or something. It was like crazy. It was crazy full of cream de mint though.
Doug's cake would be so full of rum that you'd have like a nice chunk of it, and you'd be like, "Whoa!"
He's
Yeah.
drunk.
It would
He's
stop
not
you in
gonna
your
be able
tracks.
to work.
Yeah, and he'd be like, "I am basically drinking at work." I like it. Now, ain't nothing wrong with that. Not that I don't drink at work, anyways. Yeah. Yeah.
We never did that.
No. Of course not. We never did that. So there's a Friday night or Friday afternoon. Mama Z's in the house. I'm gonna put this thing. Remember Mama Z from last week? I loved talking to her. She was awesome. And I still have the video from last week. I'm still trying to determine if I'm gonna make a video out of it. She was awesome. Loved talking to her. You guys, there's the link out there. If anybody's interested in hopping on, let's visit. Chris, you're on next week. It's Veterans Day. We want to talk about Jet more than you. Jet the cat. Monica has a list of cat facts for next week that she's going to run by Chris.
It's gonna be a really catty night, I'm telling you.
Monica, what else do you have for us? You froze up, so I just kind of took it. What else do you have for us?
Well, that sparklight, I swear, I'm every single Wednesday at this time, it like goes out at the same exact time.
I have Sparklight too.
I'm gonna snap.
You must be where you're located.
Oh yeah, maybe. It makes me crazy though, I'll tell you that. Son of a monkey's uncle. All right, so I have some fun stuff. So I've got some questions for you. I'm thinking these questions are probably like supposed to be on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, cooking edition. You can think of it like that.
Which is Chris and Craig and Mama Z and Laura.
I wish we could get some of these guys on here.
Rick. Yeah, I wish they would show up too, but everybody's being shy, which is unlike Chris.
I know. What is that all about?
2 weeks in a row, Chris doesn't show up. Loser.
We're just, I don't know. It's not right.
Because I want Chris on here to answer some of these questions. Oh my gosh, we got Ricer on. Ricer has a really cool show, Monica, and I'll send you a link on Sunday.
Okay.
He has got a great show. And
I like shows. Good shows.
Yes, he's got a great show. I will send you the link so you can watch. Hello, Jeff. How are you? His name is Jeff Ricer. Everybody calls him Ricer. And I love his show. I absolutely do.
Okay.
So appreciate you showing up. Go ahead.
So, all right. First of all, I want to invite anybody to join video. That would be cool. But we'll just go ahead. We're going to move forward. The show must go on. But we'd like to have some of y'all on. Anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to ask you a question. So, which of these terms means to cook food in its own juices and with a small amount of fat over low heat just until softened? Your first, so A, sweating, B, stewing, C, simmering.
Well, before we go there, I want to bring on I Like Cats. I like Jet the cat. I'm going to go with sweating.
Jet's my she's I'm Jet's picture.
Sweating is correct. Good job.
Yay! 1 for me, 0 for Chris.
Okay, I got another one for you.
What's up?
What's the difference between a convection oven and a conventional oven? A convection oven uses a fan. A convection B. A convection oven
I'm gonna go with
uses
C.
radioactivity. Or C, or C
Only in New Hampshire.
only in New Hampshire. A convection oven lacks the broiler setting.
It's A. It's the fan.
Correct.
No, it depends
Oh,
upon if you're in, if depends upon if you're with Rick in Mexico. Come on.
Yay.
I'm
What's
gonna go with A as well. Rick, what's up, my brother?
Yeah, Rick.
Packing.
Still.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're on your way to Texas, brother.
Yeah. Been first step of the moves, getting the food truck shipped. I've got it packed with my pellet smoker, Blackstone, 3 UDS drums, all the cooking essentials, right? And it's ready to go. They're got to cross it over to the United States tomorrow, and they're picking it up. Meeting a hotshot driver is gonna drive it or haul it for me for a small fee, but it's better than me wasting my fuel and you know with it. So they're taking it to tomorrow morning.
The only Mexican to break out of America to break back in.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Chris. I was gonna have a seizure.
Hey, Rick, are you gonna be at the show the end of February in Houston?
The rodeo.
No, it's some barbecue competition.
Yeah, it's Houston. Well, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off. What's going on? Yeah, all the what Mags is going and Daddy Dutch and I think CJ's going. Joe from
When is this?
Are you gonna be there?
February.
I want to go.
I might. I'm trying to see if I can get a hold of Dan over at Sucklebusters. Those events are like huge private parties, pretty much what they are. It's like the San Antonio Rodeo. That's kind of we used to do comps there years back, and basically they're fun events. I mean, they do have some stuff open for the public, but pretty much if you don't know anybody, there's not a lot to do. And like, what is it, Steve with Uncle Steve? Uncle Steve Shakes there. He's got some tickets going on, and he's gonna hand them out. I don't know what event or where they're at, but I know Dan at Sucklebusters. He's got some things going on down there too, and hopefully I can get a hold of some passes and go hang out with the guys, meet everybody. You know.
Are you going, Chris?
I don't know if I'm going, but I have heard on the pipeline, because I work for the government, that Johnny Mags got bagged by the FBI for burning ballots. I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying.
Something to do with his vote.
There you go.
They found his truck on fire and had ballots in it. That's all I know.
He had hijacked a mail truck.
That's funny. That's a whole nother subject.
Yeah, exactly. For another show, guys.
for next Tuesday.
Exactly.
So hey, Mike, I'm supposed to get back in Boston at 8, and I know you're going on at 9, and so I should be able to just make it back home in time to start, or
Okay.
5 or 10 minutes late, just to let you know.
That's fine. Monica and I can
You can carry.
we can hold the fort down for a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem, Chris. Not a problem. It's all about, for me anyways, it's Veterans Day. It's about veterans next week. So
Sweet Monica.
I told my dog, I said, we got to thank the vet. And he says, why would I ever want to thank a vet?
yeah, the guy cut my balls off. Why the hell do I want to go there?
Why would I want to thank the vet?
Chris, somehow or another, I need to get your number or somehow or another to email you so I can.
Here's my number, right? You got a pen?
I do, brother. I do.
4
He's not giving
0
40. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. There's what the fuck?
It's at 867-5309 is what he meant to say.
867-5309. Okay. No, I'm fucked up.
Rick, do you have Rick's number?
No, I don't. The only one, honestly, the only number I have is Kent's from
Oh,
Daddy Dutch.
He has my number.
Okay, I'll shoot him an email. I'll shoot him a text and have him send it to you.
Yep. He has.
Okay.
He calls me. He calls me inappropriately all the time, and he.
Oh, I bet he does.
What?
I can only imagine. That was actually something I knew he had your number, so I thought, you know what? At the end of the day, I bet I could send it to Kent, who would send it to you. So
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Go through Kent, and I think Kent and Charlie. I think they have everyone's number.
Yeah.
I gave Charlie my number a long time ago when I first started, and I totally get it. Charlie didn't know me, and he just blew it off. He didn't know me at the time, and that's cool. Now, Rick, I don't want to spend the extra cash going to Mexico on that, but when he goes back to Texas, and rumor has it the dude might be going to Houston at the end of February. Rumor has it.
in
That's
November.
That's all I'm saying.
In
There
November,
we go. Yeah, no, February.
February.
That's all I'm saying. He might be a guest. That's all I'm saying.
All right, cool. San Antonio is only a couple hours away.
Correct. Supposedly Shane is supposed to be there. I'm hoping Chris will be there. I know Kent, Mags, CJ, some other folks. I would take Monica, but Mrs. Dude already claimed that spot, or I would take Monica with me because she's the best co-host you could ever have.
I'll take Monica on a vacation somewhere else.
There you go.
Let's do
Please do. Yeah.
Monica could use a vacation too.
So this is where I propose, Chris. Let's all go to Alaska. Let's all meet up in Anchorage. You and Monica, me and my buddy Steve, and or my buddy Rick, and then we go to my brother's place in Kodiak Island, and then we go to his boss's island for 3 days.
Yeah.
Hang out, have a great time, drink a lot of beer, have some elk steak, smoke a little beep, and just have a good time.
Well, after May, when I retire, I can smoke a little beep, but
Beep?
I can't smoke the beep until I retire.
No, this is October of next year. So perfect.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Perfect.
I was thinking.
All right, Rick, you're going.
I was going to take Montana. I was going to not Montana. I was going to take Monica to the Hilton Hotel Caribe, which is where they invented the pina colada in Puerto Rico.
I would let you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They have beautiful beach huts for rooms and all that stuff. Oh yeah,
Nice.
Yeah,
that sounds like fun, actually.
Me like
Chris,
you,
I would let you take me there.
Nope.
Nope.
I'd let you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. All right, I got a question for you. It's pretty funny, actually. I've never even heard of this. But which of these is an 18th century word for flattening chicken?
Fuck you.
For quick cooking. Okay, the A is spatchcock.
Spatchcock.
B is
Spatchcock.
poundire, whatever the frick that is. And then C is anvil.
It's got to be spatchcock because it's got the word cock in it.
Yeah.
And that's why we tried to get Uncle Steve to call his competition bird powder as competition cock powder.
Smart.
He wouldn't do it.
That's smart. But I probably would have gone with poundary, whatever the hell it is.
I have
But
not
you're right.
grasped
It is
spatchcock
it's
yet.
spatchcock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking. Go ahead, Chris.
I'm sorry. I'm just a big fan of spatchcocking.
Well, yeah, yeah, I can believe that.
Literally.
So he says spatchcock is believed to have been derived from the phrase dispatch the cock. Is a way of flattening a whole chicken by cutting out the spine before cooking.
Yeah, I had a conversation with somebody about that recently, and
Dispatching
they,
the cock?
you cut out, yeah, you flip your cock out there, and you start cutting around it, right? The chickens, get your mind out of the gutter, Monica.
That's a circumcision.
It's like circumcising a chicken.
Really?
But yeah, you take the backbone of the chicken and you cut around it, right?
Huh.
And that's called a spatchcock.
I've never even thought of doing that with a cock. Not
Uh,
once.
I can't
Okay.
wait. I can't wait to Puerto Rico.
I can't wait either. All right. What salad dressing gets its name from a region that's popular amongst outdoor enthusiasts?
spatchcock.
Ranch,
Oh.
no. Ranch, Green Goddess, or
Green
Thousand
Goddess.
Island?
Green Goddess.
Thousand Island.
I would have said ranch, but it's
Rick?
Thousand Island.
Ranch too.
Oh, yeah. I would have.
I would have said
Actually, I would have
ranch,
thought
too.
ranch, but I just took the craziest ass answer. I thought.
I think Green Goddess. I'd love to.
I do too. I love that name.
Is that
Okay.
even a salad dressing? What is that, like a blue
It
cheese?
is. It actually is. It's
Oh,
a.
God.
I saw that on one of Bobby Flay's cooking shows. They had Green
We can't
Goddess.
be friends. That sounds
Or
disgusting.
no.
It's a New England thing.
No, maybe I saw it on.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it on Chopped. I saw it on Chopped. Green Goddess. Yeah.
Oh, I like chopped, though.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one. Oh, what's a mycophile? Mycophile? What the hell?
Michael Phil. It's
That's-
when you get a guy named Michael and you grab him.
Feel your deal?
Yeah, it's a Michael Phil.
So, all right. is
Oh,
that
this show's
wine
going downtown. This show is now R-rated.
I think that's what
Rick's-
that's what Uncle Pickles got arrested for, was being a microfill.
Yeah, that's why Charlie has to sneak in those apples into
Right.
Uncle to see Uncle Phil, Uncle Pickles.
Okay, it's a wine connoisseur, a person who loves the wild game. That's B, A and B. And then C is edible mushroom hunter.
I'm going with the last one.
What is the question again?
I said, okay, the question is, what is a microphile? Microphile? Mycophile.
That's gotta be mushrooms.
Microphile. Anyways, a wine connoisseur is A. B is person who loves a wild game or loves wild game, I guess, in general. And then C, edible mushroom hunter.
I'm saying, Monica, you're my wild game, and I'm
Yeah.
microphile.
Hungry like a wolf? Are you hungry like a wolf? Well, you had been correct with the edible mushroom hunter.
Yes.
Oh, Oregon just passed a law yesterday saying that magic mushrooms are now legal.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Good for Oregon.
What's next? Acid?
No, they also Oregon also passed amounts of heroin and all that stuff that are legal.
Correct.
Shut up.
Certain amounts. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't go to prison for it anymore because the
Yep.
money that they make off of marijuana, they now put into rehab, which is a great idea, I think.
It is a
Or-
great idea, but it's like really, I mean, I don't know.
Or the
Where
government.
do they draw the line? We're allowing heroin now?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Oregon.
It's a recreational. It's only recreational heroin.
How is heroin
Right.
recreational?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I've heard everything now. I've been indicted.
Rick, you sure you want to move back to the States?
Yeah. Tell you what, after this election, I don't know.
Exactly.
It's crazy. I can't believe it's what it's doing right now. And I'll leave it
I
right
know.
there. So, no,
Exactly.
Oh, it's gonna make a good movie. Tell you
Yeah.
what,
Yes, it is.
Catch food.
that's
Catch 22, yep.
so. It is what it is.
Rick, are you excited about moving back to Texas?
Yeah, actually, I am. I was kind of bummed about it at first, leaving the business behind because the business is rocking. But yeah, I mean, I got my mom there, brothers, sisters, still got family. And believe it or not, I am in Mexico, but Mexican food in San Antonio is way different from here. I guess that's what they call Tex-Mex. But
Okay.
yeah, I miss the grub over there for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Here, it's so laid back here. It's a lot slower paced, Again, don't get me wrong, food here is amazing. People are friendly. People are nice. I haven't had issue one in the whole year we've been here. But, yeah, ready to go back. Ready to go.
What part
Where
of
are you
Texas
at?
are you moving? Go ahead. Sorry, Monica.
I guess where are you moving from right now?
Tecate, Mexico.
Oh,
Baja,
okay.
Baja California,
Gotcha.
45 out of San Diego. And right on the border. It's a little border town.
I got my car stolen there.
Here?
No way.
I did.
Really?
And within 45, I did get it back though. Thank God I could speak some Spanish and was able to, get it back. Negotiated with the Mexican police who stole it. That's who
Wow.
stole it. And they had that thing stripped within 45 minutes. It was like shocking. I was like, how in the hell did you guys do that? I was like, that was serious business there.
There's some stuff that goes on down here.
Yeah. They siphoned the gas out. They literally siphoned all the gas out too.
Wow.
It was like totally stripped. No stereo, no nothing. There's wires sticking out everywhere.
That's crazy. But
And
Rick,
they made me buy
where are you
back.
moving to, Rick?
San Antonio.
Sorry about that.
San Antonio. Okay.
Yeah, moving back to San Antonio. Born and raised out there. That's where family's at. Headed back.
Nice.
That's not bad.
No.
That's a good alternative.
Like I said though, on my live feed Monday night, I'm actually more afraid of the coronavirus right now. It's going on in Texas as bad as they say it is. I mean, I don't know, but here,
You'll be okay.
I don't know.
I think the whole thing's a farce.
Yeah, I kind of think so too. But I mean,
I think it's overblown. Yeah.
You hear so much and see reactions from people, and I don't know. It's just here it's not so bad. I mean, here, don't get me wrong, it's still supposedly active here. You still can't go nowhere without wearing your mask and covering up and doing all that. But it's I think it's worse over there, or being promoted per se,
Yeah.
or worse. But
There was a girl I
People
saw.
dying.
Yeah. They're not dying. There was a girl I saw at work today, and she was a private person, meaning part of the public. She had 2 face masks on. She had her eyeglasses, and she had ski goggles on.
I saw that too.
Fucking people.
it's funny to say that. I was sitting at a stoplight in San Diego, and I look over to my left, and a little caravan pulls up, and it's an older couple, right? But the old man, and they were black. I mean, not that matters, but they were black.
Yeah.
And sitting there, and I look over, and the man, he's got what do you call them? A swimming mask, swimming goggles.
Scuba mask.
Scuba mask.
In his car, of all things.
Car. He's got a scuba mask on. He's got the mask on his face, scuba goggles on, gloves on. He's sitting in the car like that. And I'm looking, I'm like, God, I'm trying to get my phone to take a picture, Light turned green, they were gone.
Okay. So I was in the Marine Corps, okay? And when in the Marine Corps, we're part of the Navy. We're the men's department of the Navy. And so during boot camp, you have to go to the pool. And
The pool.
you've never seen so many black people.
Well, that's next week.
And so the funny thing is, you saw a black guy in swimming goggles, and they can't swim. So that wouldn't have saved them. And that isn't how I wanted it to come out, how I said it.
Right.
You're right. I've noticed that too.
But yeah, and I'm just saying it. Black people can't swim, and you see them there in front of the pool. They're like, no water. And yeah, those fuckers drowned. I don't know what it is, but something in their bodies, those fuckers drown.
That's why you never see him on Shark Week.
Or what's that? My brother hangs out and plays hockey with the guys out of Kodiak for the Coasties. What is that? Kodiak Coasties thing? The Coast Guard guys. And it's a true story. And I'm not trying to be radish or anything.
Yeah.
Or as Chris would say, radish, but most of us would say racist. But it's true though. You're just like, and every time I go to Kodiak, he introduces me to this guys, and I know all these guys on that show, and not one of them is black. And they're just like, there's a Hispanic guy there, right? Yeah. There's a guy from New England. There's a guy from the South. There's a guy from LA and Portland and wherever. But you're like, never you're a black guy. And they're just like, that is odd. And I've never asked, and it's maybe radish, but
I'm not being radish, but I'm saying the Hispanic guy was probably from Cuba and he swam to Florida. So
he was from Florida. Yep.
Good swimmer. Monica.
Hey, you know why,
You're killing me, man.
why Mexico doesn't have an Olympic team? Because run, jump, or swim is in the United States.
Everybody's moved up here. No, it's the last time I was there, my brother took me onto the base. He works for the Alaska Fish and Game, right? So he can go on. Kodiak has the largest Coast Guard base in the nation.
Really?
So we went there and we were able to go through. They literally have a hangar door that has two C-130s that one person can open this door. And I got to actually open the door. It is so smooth, right? But not a single black person there. Like I said, there was a Hispanic guy from Florida. There was a guy from LA. He was a white guy. And there was a guy from New England who was a white guy.
Right.
And a guy from the Midwest who, believe it or not, was Hispanic. You're just like, okay, that's cool. Whatever, right? And you know, it was just like interesting. These guys, even the chopper pilots, you know, and the people in the choppers, they're the coolest people. The Coasties are the coolest people in the world. Sorry, Chris.
No, that's cool.
But
Sorry, Chris.
you know,
You're
I
not
did
that
not
cool.
the 3 times I've been there and gone to the base, all 3 times, not a single black person. Hispanics are very prominent there, and same as just a normal white person.
I guess
It's
bring
weird.
this to a different level, and I don't mean, and I'm not saying, in what I say, I'm not saying in a mean way or a radish way or anything like that. But there are so many there's so many opportunities in the military, whether it be the Air Force, Coast Guard, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You don't have to be a grunt. I was a grunt. I was a rifleman in the Marine Corps. But you could get a high-tech job and they will pay for this, and they'll pay for you to get ongoing training. And, you know, and I guess I'm getting kind of political here, but it's like, you know, okay, say you grow up in a bad neighborhood and, you know, this and that, there's a chance. If you want to go join the military, you could join the Air Force or the Navy, get an aeronautics, you know, build jet engines, be an air traffic controller.
Air traffic controller. How cool is that?
A radio,
Oh no, that's high stress, dude. That is like the high stress
No.
job.
no, a radio guy. There's so much free training in the military, and
Yeah,
once you
that's
get
true.
out, once you get out,
I do not want radio.
you've already got all your training. You've got all your certificates, all your training, and you can get a $150,000 job as soon as you get out in 4 years.
True.
So there's a guy here in Boise who was in the Air Force, just like you're talking about, Chris. And he was an air traffic controller afterwards from 82. When Reagan fired all the air traffic controllers, he moved from the Air Force into air traffic controller, stayed in Boise, of all places, his entire life, retired, and he has the coolest backyard. It's totally Jimmy Buffett themed, the entire backyard. He does not have grass. It's like sand, which would be, Jet would love it. So would Mary, who was right here just a moment ago, you know, but he had like water in there, and he had a half of a boat in his sand backyard.
Right.
And he had an entire, I was asking him about it because my dad bought and I have it right over there, a oxyacetylene torch from him. Right. So I'm over here looking at this thing, and he's got a horseshoe shaped bar. It's totally Jimmy Buffett themed. And he's got he's got 3 TVs up at this bar. He's got a grill, this is exactly the grill I want to have in 3 years, right? And it all came from him starting in the Air Force, moving over to an air traffic controller, and retiring about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, I would love to have that lifestyle. You know, and he's like, I don't need to work. I make killer money as a retired air traffic controller out of Boise. You know, you're thinking, fucking Boise, Idaho? You ain't going to make shit. But no, perfect, man. And
Yep.
he started in the Air Force.
Good night,
My
Greg.
dad started in the Air Force and he makes bank too, but he's got like 3 federal pensions.
Yeah,
It's like,
absolutely.
it's crazy.
Joe?
They make a lot
Yeah.
of money.
Yep.
There's so many opportunities out there, and you know, and I'm saying all people, you know, whatever race it is, they all want to cry. Oh,
Good night, Craig.
yeah, good night, Craig. I was born in this shit town. I have no existence. I have no opportunity to expand. The fucking military will pay for everything, and
Yeah.
you know, you got to join the military, and you have to deal with their bullshit. But I'll tell you, you know, that they will pay for everything, and
Right.
it's disgusting.
I look at my brother who retired as an E8 after 23 years, Fort Wainwright in Alaska, Fairbanks. And the guy is 46 and he retired. He's just like, man, life's good. So he does some Joe job for the University of Alaska, Fairbanks, right? He can take all the leave he wants because it's just a Joe job. And he makes an extra $2,000 a month off of this shit. Plus, he gets $2,000 a year for just being a resident of Alaska.
Right.
Right.
And he's like, screw this.
Yeah.
Life's good for me, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
Is he married?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. David, are you married? Because if you're gay, I'm available.
Monica, we're supposed to go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Oh,
Monica.
yeah. No. We're still on.
Okay.
No, but I mean, seriously, it's just like my Uncle Saul was in the Army Air Force in World War II, loaded planes to do the hump over from India to China. And then when he got back after the war, he was a postman. And that's what he retired as. And he lived a comfortable life until he passed away. You know, you can't ask for more. Seriously.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. And then there's just us working in IT for the rest of our lives.
Exactly. Stupid car accident. Because I was joining the Army and I was going to be an officer, but I was in an auto accident in Christmas Eve of 1996. And I broke a rib and a bone in my ankle, and they just like, you're done. See ya.
Really?
Nice knowing you. Yep. Nice knowing you. Adios, mother frigger. And I didn't go to boot camp or nothing.
I didn't know that.
Yep. I was supposed to go in the 1st of February of 96 to Fort Jackson, wherever the hell Fort Jackson, I think it's in Georgia, somewhere in there. This is where I was supposed to go, and then from there to Leonard Wood. I do remember Leonard Wood because I was going to be an MP, and somebody else decided that I didn't need to do that.
And that was in 6.
1996. I broke a rib and a bone in my ankle, and they decided that it was at the time, the Clinton era, a little bit of a drawdown or maybe a major drawdown, depending upon how you look at it. And they decided that, hey, you're not what we're looking for at this point.
You know, that's my problem with going out with an IT girl. You know, I'm like, I'll
Monica.
say, I'm sorry, babe, it's not working. And she'll like, did you try to reset it?
Did you turn it off and on?
Monica's not your typical IT girl. I can guarantee that.
Nope.
No, she is
I'm more
not.
fun.
Yeah. Oh, I loved working with Monica. God, Monica and I would give each other shit constantly. And I actually almost shed a tear when she moved on to the other side because I didn't have anybody that I could turn to, literally not even 90 degrees, and give shit to, or vice versa. It just was not the same.
We still talked like all
It was
day.
constant. It was constant. It was so much fun.
You guys work together?
We used to. What was it, 10, 12 years ago, Monica?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, but we worked together for like, what, 5 years maybe?
About 5 years, yeah. But
Yeah, and
she
then,
she used to sit right next to me, and I just turned over and give her shit, or we were.
it's been about
She was
10
the
years.
project. She was a project coordinator for this project, and I'd hand her all this shit, and whatever. And then the project got canceled, and things moved around, and blah blah blah. And so she moved on to the other side of the cube from me,
So
but I'd still
she
give
was
her
the
shit.
smart one.
Then I
She
became an
was.
engineer. Birkenbein made me an engineer.
Yeah.
It's like,
Remember what was that project we were on together? And you led it was Cisco. It was the
telepresence.
telepresence, yeah. So they would have this room that would have like this huge ass monitor,
Yeah.
fucking huge, and it would be like horseshoe, and on the other side would be another horseshoe. Like if you were in Boise and New Hampshire, there'd be another side of the horseshoe. So supposedly you were in the same area.
Right.
And Monica got pushed onto that one, and I'd help her out occasionally on it, just to be a nice friend, whatever.
He
But
was a nice guy.
That's what the channel.
He liked being on camera.
no, I would be the guy behind there going, "Well, this cable's not quite right," or "We need to connect it to this one." But we had a blast. We did.
He did.
We worked
Thank
with
God
this boss. We worked with this boss who was just like the biggest, think of the ultimate micromanager times 2. My God. She would sit there and go, "I would like this." And then you'd write it down like, "I want XYZ." And she'd come back tomorrow and go, "Nope, that's not what I said." You're like, "Huh? What?" No, I got it written down right here. You said XYZ. She goes, "No, it's YZX." You're like, "What the fuck, lady?" I remember
And
going
Michael
rounds with her.
his fake typing. He'd be like, he'd hear her coming with her little clicking of the heels, and Mike would be over there like fake typing. Really
Yeah, I would
fast.
fake type on my
Go.
keyboard, and if she could hear me typing, she wouldn't show up. She'd just leave me alone.
I believe that. Definitely. I learned a secret years ago. If you work for a job, if you fucking walk fast and go somewhere like you have a purpose,
Yep.
people think, "Oh, he's busy. He's a good
He's
employee."
busy. Yeah,
Exactly.
busy guy. Busy.
That's the idea right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
Fuck
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was the whole idea of that. And since I worked on the other side of the cube, she'd leave me alone. And then I got put on this.
I'd be like,
Exactly.
"Sorry, Mike, I can't talk to you. You gotta go."
I'm too busy, Tammy. Sorry. She'd come over and go, "What are you working on?" "Oh, I'm working on trying to put this together, blah, blah, blah." "Oh, okay. Well, good job." "Yeah, thanks. Fuck you."
And I go, I think I heard him say Rama Lama Ding Dong. Is that right? Was that in the requirements? Because I didn't hear that part. Rama
Meanwhile,
Lama Ding
Monica,
Dong?
you're a fucking white Russian underneath your desk. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You know how much booze I can store underneath my desk, and I'd be good. God, she drove me nuts. That lady was the ultimate micromanager, wasn't she, Monica?
She very much was, but I
Yeah.
mean, like looking back on it now, after a couple weeks ago, we were talking about her, and it reminded me of her. And actually, I learned a lot from her.
I did too, like how to
like
look busy
after
and
it was all
not
said
do
and done,
shit.
but during the time, I like went, "Ugh," like I was yuck. I did not want to do it anymore. But
Seriously,
learn a
the
lot.
biggest thing I learned from her is how to look busy and not do shit. And they would fucking leave you alone, man. Like,
Mike was one of the hardest working guys I know, so
Oh,
you can't
thanks.
tell me that.
yeah.
That's nice for you sticking for him after all these
I
years.
remember
I
writing
know.
on this blackboard, right? And I'm like putting up this shit, and somebody goes, "Your handwriting looks like you're from 3rd grade." And so out of the blue, I go, there's a study out there. And it was actually Tammy. "Your handwriting looks like you're from 3rd grade." I go, "There's a study out there that the more intelligent you are, the worse your handwriting is." And she fucking bought it, man. It was like,
It's like doctors. That's why the doctors have horrible.
yeah. I couldn't believe she fucking bought it.
He's
man.
a busy
Like,
guy. Too busy to write.
no, my handwriting just sucks, man.
I'm gonna try.
Actually, I can write.
Over here. I'll be right back.
I can write better in cursive than I can straight hand, but I write straight hand from everything. She's like, your handwriting sucks. Well, there's a study out there. And sure enough, she's just like, oh, okay.
If you say it well enough, if you say it well enough, they'll believe it. Yeah,
Fuck
it's like,
yeah.
and then they'll feel bad. They'll feel bad because they're like, "Oh, sorry, Mike. I didn't
Yeah.
think you're a third grader."
Yeah. And then later on, they go, God, that guy's fucking smart. You're like, "Oh, I got you fucking snowballed. That's why I've been at my job for 35 years. I've been at the same fucking job for 35 years.
Is it? I thought it was longer
Only
than
because
that.
your wife won't fire you. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
I started in 85.
But not doing the same job though.
No, I started in the
Right.
grocery stores. Like I started with Albertsons, and then Albertsons bought Acme and Save a Lot and shit like that, right? And then we got bought out and bought out and bought out and bought out. But over the course of that, it's like I moved into IT somewhere, and then I got laid off. But this lady Tammy, which actually was a sweet lady, she picked me up thinking, oh, God, this guy. I sold a product that she's like, fuck, this guy knows what he's talking about. Well, maybe I did. I understood the stores very well. And so, which I think I did, and she bought it, and that
You
worked
did
out
know
good.
the stores though.
No, fuck, I spent 15 years in the stores, and I understood what they went through, and she bought that, which is fine, and then kind of moved on.
Don't let him fool you. He's like, he's
I'm
a whiz kid.
I'm the dumbest motherfucker you ever meet.
He's a whiz kid. You should be about ready to retire though, right?
If I retired at 55, I just got a statement about 3 months ago. I would get $82.05 a month. So I'm moving down to Mexico with Rick because I'll be fucking living high on a hog, man.
Yeah, you'll go to Mexico and you're like, "Where's Rick? Where's Rick?"
Exactly.
He's in
God, I'm living high on the hog.
Hey, what? Cost of living down here is really, really affordable. Really is.
So really I could live on $82.05 a month.
Possibly.
If I rented a room from you.
Yeah.
I'm sure, hey, Mike, I'm sure Rick has met some people and they could turn you out and you can make a lot more money than that.
Yeah, I'm sure I could. Do you know how to fire an AK-47? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I don't
Do you understand the difference between sand and white stuff? Yes, I do. Okay, you're hired. You're now going to make $105 a month. Fuck yeah. Good.
That's it.
Can I still live with Rick in his garage?
Yeah. Come on.
Rick's not home.
Oh shit.
All good.
All right,
So Rick,
girls, I have to go to bed.
Yep.
Me too.
All right, Chris, we will see you next week on Veterans Day.
Yeah, get in touch with Kent and we can swap and we'll talk. And so
sounds good.
Yeah, I should be home by 9, and that's when you go live. And hopefully the elections will be over by then.
God, I hope so. I don't care which way they go at this point. Fuck.
The stress level is crazy. Monica, love you, girl. Rick,
love you too.
Monica, we'll see you in Puerto Rico.
I'll see you in Puerto Rico.
And then after that, Monica, we'll see you in Alaska. Rick and I will be in Alaska. We'll see you then.
Sounds good.
Bye, Rod.
All right. Good night.
Thank you, Rick.
Sir.
Thank you, Chris. All right. So, Rick, you're moving back to Texas. I haven't really announced this to anybody, but Uncle Steve called me the other day and invited me to the end of February as one of his guests to go to the show. So all I have to do is my own flight down there and a place to stay, which I'm going to stay at the same place that Kent is, Johnny Mags, CJ, and that.
Oh, cool.
But he invited me as one of his top supporters. Now, Rick, I looked online on Suckle-Busters and tried to find. You were supposed to go live about a week ago, and you didn't, which I was really, really bummed because I want to try your special. You have 3, I believe it is 3 Suckle-Busters.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you send those to me, please?
Absolutely.
Because I want to try your individual suckle busters.
I'm getting ready to make a run to the post office here in a couple days and drop.
I'm not asking for free stuff. I just want the name of it so I can order it.
Yeah. Well, you actually, Dan doesn't have it or promoting it through his website yet.
Okay.
Pretty soon, but I can send it to you directly from myself. I've got an inventory here, and I've got some packages I got to get out tomorrow or Friday, hopefully.
Okay. You got my address still, right?
Yeah, I got your Instagram. I'll send you the info. Payments are $10 a bottle. Payment by Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal.
How about when I see you in February, just hand you 20?
That'll work.
Okay. All right. If you're cool with that, I will totally do that. CJ is on Cooking with CJ. Oh my gosh.
There you go. What's up?
Yeah. Digging it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Uncle. So I was on a Ricer show, and Uncle Steve sent me a text saying, "Hey, can I call you?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." And so he did. So I have Kent and Uncle Steve's numbers, and he invited me, and I'm like, I haven't announced it to anybody, so we're just on here. And I'm like, yeah, give him. So I talked to the wife, and she's like, okay, cool. That sounds good. I'm like, cool, I'm there. So it sounds like Monica is going to go with Chris. And yeah, to Houston as well.
Yay!
We'll see if that happens. I hope it does, because I've already looked. $142 down there, $142 back on Alaska.
There you go.
And I don't have to use any points. That way I can still go to Alaska this year. And then I'm also, Kent invited me to the it's in Kansas City. Some end of February. A big barbecue competition. So I want to meet him there as well.
Cool. Yeah, you'll dig that Houston rodeo barbecue cook-off. It's they've got a lot going on. It's a big party. I mean, you got over 300 teams out there cooking.
Sounds awesome.
You don't get to go in everybody's tent unless they invite you in, what have you. But there are some other public areas. I think you can even sign up to be a judge some barbecue.
That'd be cool.
Got to sign up, get there early and that kind of thing. But they're fun events. The atmosphere is pretty righteous, and generally Friday nights are big parties. Saturday during the day is kind of when everything's going on. Everybody's doing their cooks and stuff, and then of course you got after awards on Saturday. You got your party nights that going on there too. So
nice.
Hopefully the weather's nice, and hopefully they keep it going. Of course, with everything going on with Corona and all that, and hopefully they don't cancel it, because San Antonio rodeo got canceled, and I was looking forward to going to. I got a lot of friends out there all the time, and that's a big cook-off too.
Love a good rodeo.
Over 200, close to 280, almost 300 teams as well. Not as big, but it's a good event, and they already canceled it. Of course, it's been canceled for a few months now, but
yeah,
that rodeo at Houston be good. I'm gonna try to make it.
I love a good rodeo. There ain't nothing like it. I'm serious.
I like those the Mexican I'm not even sure what they're called actually, but they do the dancing horses routines.
Oh yeah,
I love
those are so cool.
That's
it
real
is so cool.
Tijuana, that way.
I'm not even sure what they do. Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
Or what are those called? Do they have a name? I think that they have that genre of rodeo.
I'm sure they do, but it is cool. Yeah. They've got the really cool saddle and everything, and they just the things kind of like dance, right? The horse dance. That's cool. That's cool as shit, man.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of those here in town, and so we have a large Hispanic community in Caldwell, Idaho, which is just 20 miles from here at the most, and they have shows, right? We have two big rodeos: the Snake River Stampede and the Caldwell Night Rodeo. Caldwell Night Rodeo is less commercial, more cowboy, and they'll have the Mexican riders out there, and the horses the dancing is what they're really doing. It's cool as shit, man.
Exactly.
It really is. So,
train. I actually had one of my customers that comes through here and gets barbecue, drives 45 minutes from Tijuana out here to eat. But that's what he does. He trains those horses, and he's got
cool.
a big clientele and does that pretty
that's
dominant.
cool as shit, dude.
But
That's
Really
awesome.
cool.
I don't know what it's called. I don't know the term.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it's cool as shit, man.
But about it, guys. I'm gonna bounce off of here too. I guess.
Yeah.
All right, Rick. Thank you
Getting
so
late.
much.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
I'm about ready to
joining.
hit the hay too.
Thanks for
Thanks.
joining
Rick.
us tonight.
Yep. Thank you so much, Rick. Are you
Okay.
going to do a show on Monday, Rick?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
this last Monday was my last one.
Oh,
Until you move?
Yeah, about yeah.
Okay.
I'll do a live. It'll be in San Antonio, but I may do some. I'm thinking about running around here, some restaurants. Do some street tacos and doing some.
Ooh, yeah.
Videos. That won't be live, but do some videos on some of that stuff before I leave.
Ain't nothing better than a street taco, dude. I'm serious.
So that's kind of my plans, is to put some videos out there and drop the video in a couple weeks.
Right on.
May do some of
Okay.
that. Cool.
All right, brother.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
Later.
Thank you so much, Rick.
it's good to
Peace,
see you.
brother.
All right, man. Good show.
Yeah,
conversation.
thank you, Monica. Scott was awesome. Appreciate you showing up, Scott. Really do, if you're still on. Next week is Chris from Eastwind Farms, because it is Veterans Day.
Mhm.
And as Chris kind of gave us a little bit of preview, he was in the Marine Corps. So we want to celebrate our veterans. Chris also does cooking, and he likes to shoot cilantro. So hopefully we can hook up. Well, we will hook up with him next week. I know that. So, Monica, thank you so much for being on tonight. Always a pleasure. Scott, thank you so much for being our guest. Loved it. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Take care.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up.